What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Amari Noelle, a.k.a. the Lover Girl, and y'all know where I'm at. I'm on Everything Hip Hop Daily. Tap in.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Imani from Everything Hip Hop Daily, and today I have a special guest with me, Amari Noelle.
What's going on, y'all? Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. I think it's going to be fun, though. I really do. So, I got a lot to talk to you about.
Y'all, she got papers. I'm scared.
I see you're a Scorpio. You went to Alcorn State.
Ooh.
Majored in mass communications. I mean...
They'll get on your... Can you cuss on here?
Mm-hmm.
They'll get on your ass if they heard you say Alcorn. It's Alcorn.
Who says that?
We do.
That must be a Southern thing, huh?
It's called Alcorn.
No, it's not.
That's because it's not spelled like that, right?
It's not.
You would think it's Al. And when I first went down there, I was just like...
Alcorn.
It's not that. And then they were just like, yes, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll start going there and I graduated from there. So now.
So you did graduate.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Because I did see you got kicked off that basketball team.
Yeah.
All right, but before I get into any of that, let's talk about you growing up in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that grow up in Gary, Indiana. So I need you to tell me what that was like.
Well, for me, I have a different story from a lot of people that grew up in Gary. For me, I was raised in a two-parent household, mom and dad, and heavily involved in, like, church.
Okay.
So while on the outside, you know, the hood gonna be the hood, and Gary is real hood. But I was kind of just raised in church, and then also my mom, she is a singer, and she did, like, a lot of theater growing up, so I was around, like, a lot of plays, a lot of music, and then I hooped, so I was always gone. So I would say, if you ask me, I saw a cool Gary.
Okay.
Like, we used to have hella stars coming. Shout out to Mr. Mark Spencer. He had the Theater Guild, like, Coretta, Bill Cosby, Boyz II Men, like, all that.
Okay.
My mom, she sang the national anthem for Michael Jackson when he came back. So, like, yeah. So, like, I seen, like, a cool Gary to the point where I didn't know Gary was, like, what other people say until I started listening, and I'm just going to back. Because, you know, you never like when nobody talk about your city, right? So, I'm just like, it's not like that. But
what do people say about Gary? I don't hear nothing about
Gary, well, they call it Scary Gary, Gangsta Island.
Really?
Gary, it's a lot of destitution. A couple years ago, it got voted the most miserable city in the United States. For real.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's real hood. A lot of abandoned buildings, like, a lot of gun violence. We used to be the murder capital.
You're right next to Chicago.
Yeah, so, but, like, Gary and Chicago is different. They have a lot of similarities, but I believe that we're different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Jackson family.
Right.
They're from there.
Right.
And I don't think I've ever came across an interview of them talking about it, like...
Well, I think for them... The only people who probably, like, remember Gary is, like, the older brothers. By the time that Mike and Janet, who are the most prominent members out the family, like, grew up, they was gone to another place. So I feel like they only have, like, probably fond memories of just, like, home. But I feel like if you talk to, like, who is it? Tito and maybe, like, Marlon, I think they the oldest. I'm not sure. Don't kill me. Yeah. But you talk to them, they graduated from, like, high school, like, out there. So... They grew up in Gary. Yeah. Yeah. So you probably not gonna hear a lot about it.
That makes sense. Seems like you do your research in music.
Oh yeah.
I heard you. I respect it.
Yeah.
Now let's jump straight into this basketball thing. this Alcorn State. You went there. You got a scholarship to go for basketball.
Yeah.
But from my research, and I quote, you said.
Go ahead. I want to hear what I'll be saying anything, so I just want to hear.
You said, I really got kicked off the basketball team in college. Shout out to Alcorn State University, Coach Pete. Thanks for kicking me off because it made me welcome my purpose.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah. It was a cute shot.
Now, why'd you get kicked off, though? Days later is what I researched.
Yeah, it was like I went down there, got dropped off. Shout out to my family for dropping me off at college. And within like 2 weeks, I got kicked off.
Is there a reason behind that?
I would say culture differences. Because coming from the Midwest, you could say huh to your mama. You could say yeah. You don't got to say a lot of yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Down there, down south, it's ma'am, sir.
Really?
Yes. And then too, I ain't gonna lie. I love my HBCUs, but we don't have a lot of funding. So I not only went to college to play basketball, I went to college to get my education too. I'm a nerd. Shout out to Banneker Elementary School, Miss Gibbons, because of you. But yeah, I want to get my education like as well. So I feel like if you're on a full ride scholarship and you don't have your vouchers for your books and you go into class and your teachers are telling you that like, if you don't have your class, I mean, if you don't have your book, I don't care if you're on a basketball team or not, I'm kicking you out the class. Like, what are we doing here? So I kind of was like, I was kind of hounding them like about my books because I love school. Like, I love school. So I'm just kind of just like, you know, like, is we gonna get our books? They like, don't worry about that. And I remember a coach, this one, everything got funny. Her name was, maybe, I already said Coach P. Her name was Coach Lewis. Okay. And we was sitting at
is Coach Lewis like an assistant coach?
She was the assistant coach. And we was sitting at the table or whatever like that. And I had decommitted from a D2 called the University of Missouri at St. Louis. Okay. Because, my assistant coaches got fired and I really didn't want to go because it was Ferguson, all that stuff going on in Missouri.
Yeah.
I had time for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we was sitting at the caf, sitting in the caf, sitting at the table, and she gonna ask me, do you think that if you went to your other school that you would have your books? And I was just like, yeah, absolutely. And she was like, why you think that? And I was just like, because with all due respect, they're Caucasian. I feel like a lot of times when you go to PWIs and everything, because I went to one, after I got kicked off, I kind of went home because I didn't really care for the school. And I went to Indiana University Northwest. And I never had to worry about just like any of that. So I told her that. And I don't know what she told the coach. But after that, I feel like everything just went downhill for me. And then, I ain't gonna lie. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I remember waking up and I used to tell God, please, I can't do this. Please get me out of this. Like
the school or the
basketball.
Team? Okay. Oh, dang.
That was too much.
I thought it wasn't your first love, no?
It was my first love, but by the time 7th grade, I was washed out. Like, it was just coming from the hood, not having a lot. You got to get a scholarship to go to school because you need your college to be paid for.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was at the practice. I was putting on my shoes. Everybody was in line. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little tired that morning. I was tying my shoe a little slow. She said, bye, Amari, you ain't got to come back. And I was just like,
And she did that for everybody?
Oh, yeah. She was like that. I remember it was one time we was in like a little huddle. It was on some wild stuff. She gonna tell me that, dang, I ain't gonna put your business out like that. Shout out to you. We went through a lot of stuff and it's no love lost. And I respect everything because basketball wasn't my purpose, but thank you for giving me the opportunity to find that out. So shout out to Coach P.
You led her to her purpose.
Yeah, I ain't gonna, that's just what happened.
Okay. Sounds like
nothing.
A lot of nothing? Okay. I got you. So how did your family react when you decided? How did they react when you decided to?
I've been playing basketball since 5 years old.
Okay.
So you could imagine the dream at first was WNBA and then parents just like buying in. And I feel like in a way, like I was kind of a meal ticket. It was just in the household. I have a brother and a sister. My sister's the oldest. I'm the middle, and my brother's the youngest.
Okay.
And I feel like in my house, though, it was just me and my brother. Okay. And they were investing. We didn't come from a lot of money, so it's investing every penny, investing every time. And it's kind of just like, what the fuck do you mean you got kicked off the basketball team? Like, what are you out there doing? You blah, 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 like that. Like, but check this out. I wasn't the only person that got kicked off. About 4 other people got kicked off, and I think 3 people tore their ACL and meniscus. So I ain't saying I was the problem. You know?
Clearly, she wasn't the problem.
But they was pissed, everybody. And I got a lot of, not necessarily from my family, but family, friends, and other people, like, the kind of, you ain't gonna be shit because you fucked up your opportunity.
No.
Yeah.
Not from your family.
Yeah, because I think people react out of a lot of emotions. You know, they might not mean it.
Yeah.
But they mean it or they said it. So I think, it's kind of like you messed this up for yourself. You got an opportunity to get a full ride scholarship, no debt. You doing better than we doing. You got an opportunity to get a degree.
Yeah.
Like, you about to mess all this up. I don't think they saw that, like, I was still intelligent and without basketball, I could still get, like, a degree.
Yeah.
So they was pissed.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. That seems like...
Oh, it was a lot.
I believe it.
Depression was real.
Dang. So, tell me, what was the turnaround time going from basketball into, like, music?
So we have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball was my life, but when I went to performing arts school in Gary, which was called Emerson Visual Performing Arts, and then it became High Ability Academy when my elementary and middle school, they moved the gifted and talented program from another high school and combined it with the art school. So it eventually ended up becoming Emerson Visual Performing Arts High Ability Academy.
What is going on in Gary? I feel like it's too much. I mean, she got my head and my mind going like,
Yeah. We're gonna come up. Shout out to Mayor Eddie Milton.
She's like, besides all that, we on the come up.
Yeah.
I respect it.
But so in high school I used to be in gym class with my homie Kari. And I ran across there. What was popping? Was it like Facebook and Instagram? Well, like in high school, which was 2012.
Definitely Instagram for sure.
Yeah, Instagram had just started though. So a lot of people wasn't on the. So I think I ran across their stuff on Facebook and they had a group and it was called SGE. And I was just listening to their music and, secretly just want to explore other things. And I had asked him in gym class, just talking shit, can I be in y'all group? I don't think he knew I could sing or do anything like that, but he always said I loved your energy. So he was just like, yeah. And from then, we used to go to his grandma's house, like, upstairs, because they have, like, I think they had, like, a 3-level, like, house, and we would go in his grandma's room, and we would just, like, record music. I think it was about me, Paxton, Nadav, Kari, Deja, Jalen, and Patrick. It was 7 of us in a group. So it was a collective, kind of like A$AP Mob, like all that stuff like that. And we did alternative rap and things of that nature, but... So from 10th grade, I was always kind of around music. Basketball was just the forefront. But when I wasn't hooping, I couldn't really go nowhere either. My parents were sheltered, very sheltered. So they would let me go to their house, though, because I was working on, like, music. So I did a lot of that. And then when I got kicked off the team, which was, like, 2015, actually. And in 2016, I came back home, like, to go to another school because I was just done with that school. It was just like a lot of negative connotation like around it for me. So I thought I was done because I ended up going back. But I was sitting in the room one day and I'm a strong believer in like, because my plan, I guess, you would say didn't work, like I have to do something. Like I have to be successful at something.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the room one day and I was researching just I like apps and stuff like that. Like apps, I'm like really weird, like on the iPhone. So I knew you could do iMovie on the
that's
iPhone.
How you started creating.
Yeah, I knew I could do iMovie on the iPhone or whatever because in high school, my major was radio and TV. So I knew it. So I'm just looking like, if you can make a movie on your phone, I know you can make music. So I was sitting in the room and I looked up on YouTube like how to make music on your iPhone. It was a whole bunch of white people, but then I saw Steve Lacy. And then I was just like, so I took my iPhone and my iPhone headphones, downloaded this beat, and re-downloaded GarageBand because I had kind of deleted it off. And I just stuck with it. And then I made this song. I let my brother hear it, and he liked it. He was like, it kind of sound like Erykah Badu. He was real, real young or whatever like that. So I just was like, okay, let me put it on YouTube. No, SoundCloud. Shout out to SoundCloud. Put it on SoundCloud. And then I think like in the first week, it had like 3,000 plays. And this is back in 2016, 2017. Yeah. And everybody just like, oh my God, like this just so raw. Blah, blah, blah. Will you record this at? And I started telling everybody on my phone. They said, no way, it's not like you in the studio. And I was like, that's it. That's it. And I sat there and I was also watching this Young M.A. interview. And I feel like for LGBT, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know the extension, but shout out to the community. I feel like for our community, she was definitely a person that was a trailblazer in my generation of just like being yourself and being authentic and not having to switch. And when I seen that she had got on, I looked at myself in the mirror and I told myself, I'm gonna give myself 5 years, use the same tenacity, perseverance, discipline I had with basketball, and just try to do this music stuff, because why can't it work?
You right.
And within the 5th year, shout out to my old manager, Kevin, with Elevator Raw. I got a distribution deal.
Wow.
So
congratulations. Yeah. That is so dope.
Thank you.
Now, where do you get your confidence from, though?
I don't really know. Just it's self-motivating. I think I'm a person that goes within. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I have dug so much. I sit with myself a lot. I'm a loner. Like, I could be around a lot of people. I'm sorry, what? I'm a loner.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't get that vibe.
But now, though, because I'm becoming in the limelight, I have to show a lot of my personality. I'm naturally an introvert with extrovert qualities.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, so I feel like, I don't know, just sitting with myself and picking myself apart so much, and then that I had to build myself up. And I feel like therapy really helped me just gain ultimate confidence. I'm shouting out everybody, so shout out Miss Cooley, my therapist, and just seeing the results. I feel like results build confidence. Yeah.
How long have you been in therapy?
I'm 26 since 24, so 2 years ago, which was 2022.
Okay, not bad. And the same therapist since you first found her?
No.
I was about to say, not many people can say that.
I went to therapy twice. Okay. I went to therapy when I was younger, and I don't even know her name. Some white lady,
It'd be honest. It'd be like that.
And then I looked on the internet with my insurance, and I was reading the descriptions, and I thought her name was cool. Miss Cooley. I forgot her first name because I just call her Miss Cooley.
You went
and then she, in her description, she said, "I'm not a cookie cutter therapist. I'm a basically get in your ass and really help you peel back the layers." And I feel like coming from a basketball background, I need that to thrive. Sure. And it just works. She's hella cool. So
is she white or black?
She's black.
Okay, because that cookie cutter, it's like I don't.
Yeah, she ain't play. I mean, she don't play.
Heard you. Now, you're in therapy. How did your mom react to it? Because you said you grew up in like a church. Now, sometimes therapy and church can kind of...
For real?
Mm-hmm. Because, some church people, they're like, you just need to pray about it. You don't need to talk to nobody about it, especially, like in the Black community. And we're currently learning how to get out of that. So your mom didn't have no issue?
No, I think my mom is very mentally conscious. Okay. I feel like she knew that I didn't have the best upbringing emotionally. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she just wants me to thrive. So I feel like it was always like, you need to go to therapy. And I feel like my mom been in therapy. We the only two in the house that's been in therapy, the women. Shout out to women, But she was just always just like, you need to go to some therapy because,
That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to my mom.
But you also said you have a sister, an older sister. How much older is she?
We ghetto twins. She's 5 months older.
Really?
We have the same dad, different moms.
Oh, got you. Okay. Now we're going to tap into your music.
Let's do it.
But I want to talk about this concert that you just had.
Whoop, whoop, Sexy Sundays with Baby B.
So, at your show, you said, I'm a singer, not a rapper.
I was cutting up, y'all.
You were? You really?
You was there?
I was.
Oh, shit. I was really cutting up, huh? You see me?
You said I'm a singer, not a rapper. Right. But that confused me because in the show, on The Shy, your first, I think it was your first musical appearance, you did a freestyle. You didn't do singing. So, how are you not a rapper?
That was Brittany. I'm Amari Noelle. I'm for real.
But Amari doesn't tap into Brittany, or Brittany don't tap into Amari?
Yeah, I feel like now on my new album, you'll hear Brittany and Amari Noelle kind of mesh. But before I was Amari Noelle, I was $1 Million Maddie and I was rapping. So
first, we got to talk about that name. Where did you... Who came up with that?
So listen, I was, it really came because I was in college and we had this radio class and we was doing a radio show and I was just trying to find a name. I didn't want to be Amari because I wasn't too fond of my name or whatever like that. And I grew up in Madison townhomes and I wanted to be a millionaire. So I was just like $1 Million Maddie. I wanted to keep a piece of home. And the show was called The Midwest Finesse and my partner name was DJ Illy Noise.
Okay.
So ILLI Noise, Noize. So I feel like she had a piece of home and I want to kind of have a piece of home. So that's where it came from. And then I started doing music solo after the group split or whatever like that. And that's where that came from.
$1 Million Maddie.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, she has some hits. I ain't gonna lie.
$1 Million Maddie, a.k.a. the lover girl, a.k.a. Amari Noelle.
Maddie she's RP to Maddie, though. Maddie has gone on and passed, but she definitely lives in our heart. I have a lot of people who stuck with me from there. They keep saying, like, I like the $1 Million Maddie. And I'm just like, sometimes I don't know whether to be offended.
Please don't go back. Please don't go back. I like Amari. Because Amari kind of goes with Imani. I like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, now also at your show, you said you're a crazy girl fucking with a lover girl. You give me toxic vibes, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you say lover girl, but you did give me toxic vibes. So what did you mean by crazy girl fucking with a lover girl?
I said, now you a crazy girl fucking with a lover girl, because when you just put it on somebody, and it doesn't have to be sexually, I feel like when you introduce them to a different aura and a different vibe, they get territorial. Okay. So I feel like, now you're a crazy girl fucking with a lover girl. Hey, wait, yeah, Rex, I got the rest in front, you got the rest in back. Yeah. Okay. You got to go listen to the end of the song. It's a story, so it'll make sense.
Got you. I have to tap into that.
Yeah, it's the aura.
Okay, the aura. Now, also at this show, you sang Alicia Keys' Unthinkable. Yeah. Because you were here in New York. Yeah. But why'd you choose Alicia, and why did you choose Unthinkable?
I looked at a lot of songs, and I feel like for my range, first of all, I thought that was a good song, and I feel like I'm an emotional singer. Like, I like to convey emotions, and I feel like I could do that in that song. And then Unthinkable is a bop. I feel like that's my shit. Like, it is. And I feel like at the place in my life, I feel like the type of vulnerability, that she conveys in that song, that's where I am. I was wondering, maybe, could I make you my baby? And we do the unthinkable. Does that make me sound crazy? If you ask me, I'm ready.
Now, I wasn't going to ask this, but are you single?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I am dating, though.
Okay. But are you looking to settle down?
Always.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like I'm the type of person, probably because my parents, I think they've been married for 25 years. Oh. They about to be married for 25 years. So I've only saw...
Yeah, healthy love.
I don't know about that. But
well, okay.
I saw love. Okay. And just two people trying to figure out life together. And,
that's all it is.
With the good, the bad. And I feel like that
is healthy. Because no relationship is perfect.
But let's just say their latter years are their greater years. I feel like I'm starting to see a lot more like just love. Okay. Because I'm the baby that, like, you figuring everything else. We had everything out. We had this baby young. What do we do? How do we provide for the baby? Or we just married? Yeah. Like, I'm that person. The oldest always gets the short end of the stick.
Trust me, I know. Yeah. Trust me. I know all too well.
Yeah, I've seen two people just be in love, to be honest. So I feel like I'm not used to seeing a mother have a lot of men going around, or just being with a father and having a lot of women around. So naturally, I crave just one person.
I love that. I really, really do. And not too many of us colored Black people grow up with that. So I really do. I do love that. I respect it. So lastly about this show, you brought someone on stage to be your client. You brought someone on stage to be your Cody. Why you get this?
Because you messy. She messy.
She brought someone on stage that she, I guess, saw on TikTok to be...
We was on live, and she said that she sung. And I was just like... and she said, I'm coming to your show in New York. And I was just like, oh, you sing? I was like, what's your favorite songs like by me? And she was just like, I like For the Girls and Unusual. So I felt like I needed a Cody because Cody went out here. So I'm like, well... And then...
It was cute. It was cute.
It was cool.
It was cute.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. Her name is Jordan.
Yeah. She ain't know no words, though. Jordan. What? She ain't know no words. You ain't hear when she got up there, she gonna say, I got my own version. You ain't hear when she got up there?
All I saw...
And I knew it was cool. I knew it was over
All I saw was her go up there, and then I think you said, you don't know the words, and then I think you just had her as your back.
Yeah, I said, come on, you gonna be the vibes. I'm gonna get this microphone back, because you taking me, baby, but we gonna be good together.
You are hilarious.
You seen it.
I did.
You messy. You messy.
I'm not trying to be. All right. So next, so how do now we're gonna tap into your actual music. How do you feel you've evolved as an artist since your first single that you recorded on your iPhone?
Wait for Me. That's the first one I dropped. I really love that song. That was a good song.
As you should.
Well, I feel like now I'm in the studio, so I feel like that's evolution in itself. The quality has got better. And then vocally, I've got better. I've got stronger. I feel like you'll hear a lot of that on my upcoming album. Like, I'm singing now. Like, I always knew I could sing and I could sing, but now people about to be like, wait, hold on. This girl can sing. And shout out to my mom. She, on the Cash Page tour that I went on 2 years ago, she did like vocal lessons, and sometimes she like, because my mom can sing, so, and she got good ear, so, yeah, I've done some vocal lessons. I've also just been in the studio and just getting away from just recording by myself and open myself up to being in the room with other people, and maybe they might write. I just got into people writing for me because I feel like I just love writing for myself so much, but just working with other people, it's amazing to see how people's minds work and what stories they tell.
For sure.
So, yeah, I feel like I'm just knowing what it is to become an artist now. Like, at first, it was a hobby. Now, like, this is my work. Like, this is my career. So I feel like that's evolution for me.
I like that. Now, how did you find your voice? I know your mom, I know she sung in the church, but how did you find your voice?
I don't remember the exact moment, but I feel like Beyonce has helped for that. I feel like every little girl, and they can say they didn't. Every little girl wants to be Beyonce. We was all looking at that TV. Get me body. I know I was. Until I found out, like, okay, I'm a little different from Beyonce. I don't know if I want to, but I feel like I take some of the stuff she has and put it with me, but I don't know. I got this old journal when I was younger, and it said prayer requests, and it was just like to be a singer at a young age, but I was hooping. So I feel like at a young age, I kind of knew a little bit that this is what I want to do, but wasn't confident enough to pursue it. And then I got a prophecy too. At a young age, this lady, she was prophesying, because I'm a church kid, so we was going to everything. Conferences, lunches.
Really? Oh, you was in it?
Oh, I was in it.
Heavy.
Yeah, heavy sucker. Yeah, I was in it. But we were at some type of like conference or something, just a church night probably, and visiting another church. And it was my brother before me, and the lady was praying, and she asked him, did he want to be a basketball player? And he like, yeah, because every little black boy wants to be a basketball, or boy, wants to be a basketball player. And she was like, well, you gonna be? And then she looked me up and down, and I'm like, how you gonna tell him he gonna be a basketball player? You must about to say the same thing about me, right? She like, do you want to be a singer? And I said, no. She said, well, you gonna be? And I was just like, this lady crazy. She don't know nothing she talking about. I'm a hooper. I'm going to, because I was younger, I'm going to WNBA. But I don't know what that moment was for me. I love
prophecies, though.
I feel like I don't know what the exact moment, but I always knew I could kind of sing. And my mama said she prayed for her kids to sing.
Oh, I love that.
My mama is super intentional.
Yes.
Like, my name is Amari Noelle Ferguson. Her name is Altavice Nicole Ferguson. And my brother is Ahmad Nicholas Ferguson.
So everybody
So she wants the initial, yeah.
Oh, the initials?
Yeah, A&F.
See, I got my dad's initials, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be real intentional.
I was going to have my dad's initials. My middle name was going to be Lay Cole, because my dad's middle name is Lee, and my mom's is Nicole.
Lay Cole?
Yeah, until my auntie was like, hell no, that's ghetto. And then she was just like, why don't you name her Noelle, Amari Noelle? And then shout out to my auntie.
She saved you.
Yeah.
Is Janice ghetto? That's my middle name.
What's your first? Imani Janice. What's your last name?
Dang, you just made me put my whole government out there. But yeah, Imani Janice. Some people say
what's
that's
your
ghetto.
Last name?
Bell. B-E.
Imani Janice Bell. It goes. It could be ghetto though. Janice. I ain't never heard of Janice. Denise.
Not many people have. And
they made that one up.
They did.
Yeah.
Especially with the JH.
Oh, how you spell it?
JHANYSE.
Oh, you know that's ghetto.
Yeah. Well, my dad see this. I'm gonna tell him.
It's different.
It is.
It's different.
I think it's very unique.
Nobody probably has your middle name. So, one of a kind.
All right. My next question to you. as an independent artist, talk about the journey. Do you prefer to be independent or would you rather be on a label?
So I'm kind of mixed feelings because my last label, I'm not with them no more, but shout out to NPR and for all they did for me. But they were a distribution label, but they didn't function as a distribution label. They functioned as a like full like just label, like very hands-on, all that stuff like that. So I feel like it was cool in some instances, but in some other instances, it was just like, is this for me? Like, I could see it was no longevity, to be real. Like, it was just a moment in my journey. And I want a partnership. I kind of like what Brent, like, has, like, going on. Like, he's still independent, but he got a partner. I think he partners with United Masters.
I think a lot of people do that,
Yeah, and I feel like you get to have full control of your creativity. And I think that's what I didn't have with the label. Like, I had so much music, like over 150 songs on like my iPhone. So it was so much music, and it was just like, we picked them and it's kind of just like, oh, she can do this, she can do that, she can do this, she can do that. But like, I knew from the beginning that everybody's favorite song was going to be Unusual. Yeah. Because it's just so sexy and it's just so soulful. Like, it was something that was missing. Like, oh, I ain't heard no song like this in a minute. Yeah. And I know that's me. Like, to the core, I'm very soulful. I'm an old soul. And, you know, I love R&B. So I feel like, for me, I kind of want to stay independent because I don't want to have to go through that whole shit again where I have to just overly prove myself. Like, get fucking PowerPoints, do every fucking thing just for you to see, like, this is what we need to do. For sure. But I'm very aware of that, like, this is my job. Shout out to acting because that's more money, but not a lot of money comes in music until you have a hit. So I feel like I'm not opposed to something working for me where people can fund it. They be the machine and I can do what I need. So I'm kind of like in between. Like,
yeah, I be feeling like artists get it a little tough these days.
So tough because it's oversaturated.
Yes, very oversaturated.
But it's hella money. So
you right. You got what is it? Partnerships, sponsorships.
So I have a distribution deal with United Masters right now. Okay. Yeah, so
that's dope.
Yeah, working it out, and I feel like it's been cool. The first song I dropped with them was "Giddy Up," and they just helping me get the money up. I mean, I said the money, get the music out there. So like, I have full creative control. I was able to do my skits, shoot the video. Did I have to pay for it? Yes, versus with my label before. Now that I think about it, my manager shot the video, so they really got a deal. They hit a lick or whatever like that. But like, whatever else I needed, it didn't necessarily come out of my pocket. It was like the end of deal. Okay. The advance or whatever like that. So that was a beauty, but
I hear good things about United Masters. I don't hear too many
I've heard anything bad either. And
they
I feel
seem
like
solid.
Yeah. They cool.
Who taught you how to dance?
You think I can dance?
You don't think so? I mean, when I see you dance, it gives a little Amari on, you know, little Chris Brown, you know, and then here she go with the little tick, tick, tick.
So growing up, my mom had a dance school.
Your mom had everything.
I ain't gonna lie, my mama, I'm just her, but in my body. Okay. She's the Mecca for us. She's the Beyonce of the family. Do all of it, but had kids and chose to be a mommy first. Okay. You know. So she had a dance school, so I was taking modern, tap, ballet. Sheesh. Yeah, all that. I didn't really care for ballet. It was too strict. I love tap because I like to make like beats.
The ballet, you really got to be on your toes?
Yeah, she used to be hitting my toes and everything like that. Mari, point them feet. Well, it was too strict. I play too much for ballet. Like, you have to be serious as hell. So, yeah, it was dancing, and then I did musical theater growing up, and you have to do a lot of dancing with that. Shout out to Miss Bell. Y'all might be cousins.
Never know.
But we did a lot of dancing. We would bounce from choir to dance to acting, choir to dance to acting. And then I stopped. And then my homeboy, Mooka Kim, that's what he goes by. He's Marco to me. Okay. But y'all can't call him that. I just hit him one day because I was going on tour. And I'm like, I need to be able to move my body. Okay. Like, I need to learn how to, like, just be free. And I feel like from that day forward, I haven't kind of been out the gym. And by the gym, I mean the dance studio. And I feel like that's really where I've been learning how to dance, like, right now. So shout out to my homie.
Wow. You seem like you got a solid group of people around you, like a solid team that supports you, teach you things.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm that type of friend. If I see something in my friends, oh, you can help me. So I'm gonna put you in position, and I see your gift.
Wait. You gotta run it back. It took me a minute to process. Like,
yeah, I came from a performing arts school, so a lot of people that's around me, they were doing all of this stuff in high school. Or whatever like that. So like when I do dance and bring dancers, it's my cousin Jordan.
Oh, really?
And then Marco.
Really?
Like they dance with me because I'm not the only talented person that came from Gary. I'm just one of those people that persevered through a lot and making a way.
Yeah.
For all of us to just come on. So I feel like whenever I see my friends like have the slightest interest and they say they want to do something, come on, help me. I'll help you.
I kind of like that. I do. Are any of them like on your level right now, or it's still like a process?
Still a process. I've seen a lot. I've been a lot of places, and a lot of my people haven't. So I think the more that they come with me and they get exposed to different things, it's like, oh, this can be real for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
what are challenges that you have faced in your musical career?
I think the biggest one was just having to go separate ways with my manager because I'm a Scorpio. I'm also a fixed sign. We don't like change. So if I could stay with the same people that I came with, I would stay with the same people that I came with.
I feel you.
So having to split from my manager was very hard. And then after that, me getting to where I am and friends that I thought like was my people, like them not understanding my new journey and I'm not easily accessible in this moment, and them just flipping and then coming out the distribution deal with NPR and just trying to figure out like, what am I gonna do? Because I had a taste of it.
Yeah.
And is this over for me?
Oh.
And shout out to the Shy. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Lena. That really helped because not only did it put money in my pocket, but it was exposure and I was doing something that I normally do. I might be a singer. Brittany was rapping, but it's music. So I feel like just going through that whole breakup with just like the label and trying to figure out like S26, what the fuck do I do? So, yeah.
Wow. Now let's switch gears into acting since you mentioned it. Was it your intention to get into acting? Because from what I saw, Lena apparently just found you on social singing, and then she asked your brother if he knew who you were.
I ain't gonna cap. 2 weeks before that, I went into my brother's room, just bullshitting. Just like, y'all need to put me on the shot, and I'm gonna play your sister, and I'm gonna come save you. And he just said, oh, that would be cool, blah, blah, you know. Because I'll just be talking. I'm like one of the people that like, I might say stuff and it sound crazy, and then when you see it happen, it's like, what the fuck? She said that. So I was on tour with Cash Page. Shout out to Cash Page, man. And my homie Kat was doing my hair, and Lena followed me. And I'm messaging my brother. I said, see, I told you. But I'm not knowing on the back end that she had sent him a video saying, do you know, at the same time, do you know this girl? She looks like you. He's just like, that's my blood sister. And she just like, where you think she would be down? Like, we're trying to expand Bakari's character. I was thinking you have a sister, blah, 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 like that. So a casting director or agency had hit me up in my request inbox. But you know, it'd be a lot of spam, and it was a foreigner. So it was just like, hello, I'm messaging you on behalf of Lena Wave, the blah, 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 and we have a role for you or whatever like this. And I said this to Amari, I said, is this fake? And he had a conversation with her, and he came back and said, girl, they want you on the show.
Really?
And I was just like,
manifestation at its finest. I love that.
So I don't think, eventually, yeah, because I want to be an EGOT winner. So obviously I have to get into acting, right? To get that Oscar. And it wasn't a goal right now for me, but eventually I did want to figure out how I can get into that. But I wanted it to be, it's funny, I wanted it to be unorthodox. Like, I didn't want to have to like audition for stuff. I wanted somebody to like see me and be like, oh, and that's what happened.
That's kind of dope. But I feel like most artists, they want to be, I feel like you got into it like quick. The acting.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Because I was like, oh wow,
that shit happened fast.
It did.
But when I was coming off tour, I'm not gonna lie, I could feel the trajectory shifting with my label, and I just kept saying to God, like, please don't let this be the last big moment for me. Aww. Please, God, like, please don't let this be the last big moment. And on tour, that happened.
Wow, I'm happy for you.
Thank
you. Of course. So, do we know where Brittany's character is going? Or we gotta wait for that.
Season 7 when it comes out. Where you think Brittany's character is going? Or where would you like to see Brittany's character go?
Where would I would like to see her stay on, for sure. Where do I see it going? I definitely see Brittany and Gemma locking in, for sure. But I'm curious to see where Brittany and Bakari, where that relationship, especially now with Duda out the picture. I'm like, all right, where?
Yeah.
So I don't know where it's gonna go.
Me neither.
But I definitely know for sure Britt and Gemma. Let's run this
Brimma.
back. Heard it. Oh. So instead of The Chi, aside from The Chi, are you gonna expand into more other shows, other movies?
I had one audition. Okay. It was for BMF.
Really?
And yeah, it was honestly to play like a straight girl, and I feel like I tanked it because it just wasn't me.
Why would they? Did you?
No, I feel like my agent, she just like sends it based off the description that they need. So if it's like a black woman in her 20s, she just looks on her roster and just sends it out, and it's up to me whether I want to complete it. Gotcha. But I was just trying some shit because like, why not, right?
Yeah.
And I just felt like in the moment I knew I wanted the role because shout out to Sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be by Sweetie. That's my celebrity crush.
Everybody loves Sweetie. You should get to the barbecue.
That's my type. Yeah. But I knew it when I was doing it. I'm like, I'm probably not gonna get this role. But yeah, I'm definitely staying in it. I'm in SAG-AFTRA right now, so the Actors Guild, and I feel like I've been having like meetings with my agent, kind of telling like I want to take this serious because I feel like the more exposure, and I'm making the music like I am now, and that you guys will hear, shit gonna be colossal. I look at like Will Smith's life, and I kind of want that.
You should. As you should. What is it like being on the set of The Chi?
Cool. Everybody cool as hell.
It seemed like it.
I feel like I didn't know what to expect coming in because, you know, a lot of people think I got this role from my brother, but it didn't. Like, it happened organically. It was God ordained. And I feel like I just didn't know if people was just going to be like on some energy of like, oh, she only here for her brother. And then you hear people like, everybody doesn't have a family-oriented set. Like, you hear some people like, I hated being on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I'm the new girl. So, I'm also shy. You might not know, or you can't tell.
If y'all were at that show in New York,
but you know what that was, though?
What is it?
I prepared. When you prepare, you don't have any reason to fear. Because I was prepared. I was practicing months out.
Really?
Running. Like, everything, like, yeah.
You definitely looked in shape. I will definitely say that. Y'all should have seen them girls upon her.
But, yeah, I feel like I just really didn't know. And then everybody just loved me. Like, everybody was just like, oh, my God, hey, y'all look just alike. Yeah. Then it was cool having my brother there to just be the baby sister in that place. Like,
does that ever get, like, okay, move away from me now? You know how, like, some siblings be like,
me and my brother are close. So, like, we cool. Like, that's the homie.
Okay.
Like, that's the bestie, basically. I love that. So, I feel like, if anything, I wanted to learn. So, I feel like, again, I said I became baby sis. And he became the big brother in that because that's what he does. Like, so, everybody was just super nice. Like, everybody is cool. You could tell everybody loves their job. For sure. They love the show. And they love the people that they working with. And I feel like, even when you go through, like, the trials and stuff on the set, it's never like, you see, nobody be beefed out.
Yeah.
Everybody willing to drop it because they love each other so much. So
yeah. Really, really do love that. All right. What is your guilty pleasure movie or TV show?
Cooking shows.
Oh, that's odd.
I'm a big person.
Shows?
I'm a big person in a little person's body. I love food. I think about food 24/7.
Fast metabolism.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all are blessed. Blessed.
It's catching up with me now as I become a woman, though. Stuff is sticking. Stuff is sticking.
If you could travel back in time, what era would you choose and why?
The 2000s. Like 90s, 2000s. Because I feel like musically, that's where I live.
Same. Yeah. I like you.
And I just like the culture, the fashion, and just the camaraderie in the community. I feel like everybody had one thing in mind. Like, I'm trying to get on and let's do this. Like, everything was pro-Black. Yeah. I feel like stuff is pro-Black now, but I feel like sometimes it's kind of just like forced. Yeah. I feel like back then in the industry, like, I'm hopping on this, I'm hopping on that. We going over here. We going to be in the videos. We going to be doing this. Like Diddy, I know he's going through what he's going through, but watching his documentary, Bad Boy, everything was in-house. So I feel like if they had an artist like Mary J. Blige, they had other people writing for Mary, like this Mary moment, and we going to do this, we going to do that. Like, I feel like shit like that is cool.
Yeah.
And the movies. The movies were fire.
What's the favorite one?
Love and Basketball is my favorite movie, but I like a lot of John Singleton movies, Spike Lee movies. I feel like the 90s was the era of fresh stories. They were stories that were never being told, that you never seen. And I feel like that's why it's hard to really like capture or reinvent like those moments, because we in 2024. A lot of stories have been told, retold. That's why a lot of people, to be honest, remixing shit.
Yeah, but it's like, come on. Like, for me, with the remakes and the doing the whole, what is it?
Sample movie? And everything.
Yes, I'm like, come on, can y'all give us something original? But I mean, when people sample it and things like that, I mean, it goes crazy. But it's just like, yeah, we want something fresh.
But it's because they just sampling it, I feel like, for clout. I feel like a lot of people are sampling stuff because they know it's gonna hit, and people instantly gonna like gravitate to it. I feel like for me, I'm just now getting into samples because I feel like I'm an artist where I just want to create stuff and create my own trends. So now, like, you'll hear some sample stuff on the project, but it'll be hard for you to catch. You gotta really know that.
And I prefer that.
You gotta really know that song. Like, I want the song to be like, what the fuck? Wait, rewind this.
Yes.
I know this sample.
Exactly. I like that. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. But the ones with y'all just straight up,
because a lot of people don't have musicality. I feel like the music game has turned to the dope game, and everybody trying to get a quick dollar. And in order to do that, all I gotta do is some sexy drill. Like,
all you need is one hit.
What? Yeah.
One. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Own your flaws.
What is your love language, and how do you express affection?
My love language is words of affirmation, and how I express, I feel like I kind of express in the same way. Or like I'm always saying cute stuff, like saying stuff to build you up and stuff like that. And I'm also just, I don't know, I'm like a protector, I'm a rider. Like anything you need, say for instance, you and my girl, hypothetically speaking, I would have been in this room, like setting up everything, like, you need some water? How you feeling? You want to go over your question? Yeah, I'm a good partner. I'm a good teammate.
I hear you. What qualities do you value most in a partner? Damn. See, for me, it would be communication, trust.
I'm not that good at communication. It's funny, I got a degree in communication, but I'm not the best communicator. I suck at it. That's why I make music.
You know, and I get that, because me and the verbally speaking, it'd be a little, but I'm good at writing. That's one.
So I would say honesty, consideration.
Okay.
And just be into me, baby.
Just be into Amari. That's it. Do you like to call or text? I'm going to say text.
Yeah. But it's funny because I tell people, just call me, and I don't answer.
And I'll never tell somebody to call me. I will be text me or voice note me.
Or don't say nothing at all.
Period. What kind of music are you listening to these days besides yours?
The Dream.
Oh, really?
Y'all might not like this. I have to say it.
Who?
R. Kelly.
I like R. Kelly.
Marvin Gaye.
Oh, wow. You throw it back.
Jazz. I'm listening to Amari.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm listening to everybody old, just studying.
I see.
Because I'm creating my project. So I'm trying to take some of those elements and just seeing, like, why number ones were number ones. Why was these songs on the album start? Why were they so big in this moment? Like, why can't nobody do it like them again?
So with your new project, what you're saying is we're going to be expecting timeless music.
Absolutely. Okay. I went to Audio Mac the other day, shout out to Cree, and she was listening to a lot of music, and she said, this is going to be your Usher's Confession album. And I was like, why would she say that, to be honest? And then I went to go look at it, and it was just hits on hits on hits on hits on hits on hits on hits. Album. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm listening to Usher. All of them. I don't know. I'm just studying right now. I don't really listen to a lot of new music.
Got you. What is the biggest misconception that people have about you?
I'm aggressive.
Really? People think that?
Because how I dress. And I got a natural resting bitch face.
You do. When I walked in, I was like, is she okay? Yeah.
Yeah, the whole time I'm in my head thinking about flowers and laughing.
It be like that. Are there any hidden talents that you own? No?
Well, singing, but shit, now everybody know I can sing.
Yeah. Can you cook? Since you watch cooking shows? No?
That's really why I be watching, because I'll be like, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Nah, I wish I could cook. I'm not good at that. I feel like God bless. I can't cook, and I also can't do my hair. And by do my hair, I mean, like, it's very hard for me to put my hair in a ponytail. Because my mom did hair growing up. I will say that. So, she did everything.
I'm with you, because my mom, she used to do my hair. I can't... Let's not even touch base on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of rediscovering. I'm trying to try new things now that music is not a hobby no more and it's my career. I'm trying to honestly find out what I like.
So you're exploring yourself in a sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what else can I do.
You're right.
I could flip good pieces. Shout out to, I used to work at Little Caesars and Papa John's, so like I probably could flip like, you know, put the pieces together probably like an hour and make a certain amount of pieces.
That is a quality. That is a special quality to have.
They used to put me on oven, and I used to be like having my headphones in there, but you need some help? No.
You ever burnt a pizza before?
No, honestly.
Dropped one? Flipped it up? Oh.
I flipped it up. Drop one because I'm a little clumsy. So
it'd be like that. You know? My last question, what are you most proud of yourself?
For finding a way. I feel like going back to the story where I feel like a lot of people gave up on me or didn't see me. And when I was telling them my dream, like, it was kind of energy like that. And I really just found the way, like everything, to where I am right now. And I ain't take no for an answer. And like Nipsey said, I went through every emotion with this shit. The only difference between me and some people is I ain't quit. And I ain't nowhere near where I want to be. But just proud of myself for just not quitting.
I really love that. You seem very humble, very kind, very sweet on that stage, though. She gave Toxic. All right. Last but
I'm just trying to sell that merch back.
No. Last but not least, tell the people where they can follow you and find you.
So you can follow me on everything except for TikTok at Amari Noelle. That's AMARI. Noelle. TikTok, girls love Amari, and music is the same, Amari Noelle. And you might hear me as Brittany sometimes, so on The Shy, so make sure you go watch The Shy.
Before I close out, why we can't find, like, I looked up I'm Her and then your freestyle, why I can't find it on nothing?
Showtime, Paramount. Y'all hear it?
Come on.
I've been fighting for a year to try to get this song out. Yes, because when I wrote that song, I honestly said, damn, this is a Amari Noelle song, and I wish I had this song because I know if I put that shit out, to the moon.
No, big facts.
So I've been trying to work out that, I got a whole, like, delusional idea in my head is that it's gonna come out, Lena Waithe gonna shoot the video, all that, like that. And we're gonna be good, so
we just waiting on Showtime and Paramount.
Yes, and I'm tired of hawking them. My fans is too, my supporters.
We really are. Get it together. So
we might just fuck around, remake the beat, but keep the same essence.
You might want to. Because I was like, yeah, I'm over here jamming while I'm watching the show, and then I, Shazam it, and then you go to YouTube and can't find nothing. I'm like,
That fucked up, twin.
Big facts. Fucked up, twin. Get it together.
Get it together.
Fast.
Period.
All right.